Man, I have to be more productive than this. You know what? I want to learn about Victorian class structure.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! What just happened to the lights? Oh no! Oh no!
Kevin, Brendan, and Andy Moon.
We are here to teach you about Victorian class structures. I'll be giving you a brief overview of the Victorian era. The Victorian era started in the Great Britain. The Victorian era was during the great height of Great Britain's economy. It was also during the climax of Great Britain's Industrial Revolution.
The Victorian era consisted of three classes: the high class, the middle class, and the working class.
Now we're going more into the classes.
We are now here at the high class. The high class consisted of three major components. First off was the royals, consisting of the king, queen, prince, and princess. Second was the aristocracy, consisting of the duke, duchess, marquis, marchioness, earl, countess, viscount, viscountess, baron, baroness. Lastly was the gentry, consisting of the baronet, lady, knight, dame, squire, and gentleman.
The middle class of the Victorian era was made up of two trading classes: trading class A and trading class B. Trading class A was made up of exporters, importers, bankers, lawyers, and factory owners. Trading class B was made up of small shopkeepers.
The lower class of the Victorian era made up most of the people of Great Britain. It consisted of two working classes, Class A and Class B. Class A was mostly made up of domestic servants and agricultural workers. Class B, however, was mostly made up of industrial workers. During the Victorian era, the Industrial Revolution began in England. Through this revolution, the middle class emerged and began to grow in political influence and wealth. Although the middle class did not have as much power as the aristocracy, the two groups fought for social and political influence over the lower classes. The high class and the aristocracy believed that they were born into the high status. However, the middle class earned their way up to this high status. The aristocracy did not like this idea.
Middle class, what are you doing up here?
What? I earned my way up here. I deserve to be here.
No, dude, you gotta be born in this spot. Get down.
You know what?
Despite all their power and their status, the upper class and the middle class still depended on the lower class.
Why am I paying all the taxes? Why am I doing all the work?
The high and the middle class believed that they were worthy and clean for their position in society. I'm from
You're from the lower class. Filthy pig, junk, piece of trash.
You don't deserve to live.
Yeah.
Mommy, who is that?
Don't touch that filthy sitter. Run away.
Jumping trash.
Now let's watch a clip on Hugo Yao.
Charles Dickens was a very influential writer in the Victorian era. One of his greater books, Great Expectations, reflects the lifestyle of the Victorian era. As we all know, the protagonist of Great Expectations, Pip, desired to be a gentleman. Did you know Charles Dickens himself desired to be a gentleman? But what exactly is a gentleman? The Victorian society didn't really have a definition for what a gentleman was. Some people thought that a gentleman was exactly what it sounded like, a gentle man. Charles Dickens, through his book, Great Expectations, portrays his definition of what a gentleman is. But as you can see, Victorian era society was greatly influenced by a person's wealth. Now, let us look at an example of how wealth affects Victorian class society.
Let us be thankful for the food the Lord has given us from his heavenly bounty. Amen.
You hear that, boy? You better be thankful.